recording.
It's going, yeah. I see.
Don't be nervous.
I'll try not to be. Okay.
This is Rick Campanelli.
Hi, everybody.
He's a temp, so he's a little, uncomfortable in front of cameras.
Do you still remember the first day we met?
I don't.
I was an actual temp, in fact. I was. And
Tell me.
It was way back 1994, and I was the temp, and I was helping out. And I was sitting at your desk, in your chair.
Don't do that.
She remembers this. No, I learned many, many years ago. So I'm sitting, it's early one morning. I didn't think you were going to be that early in the morning. You usually came in around what time? Back
10.
then? 10, right?
Yeah.
So I was there early one morning around 9, and I'm sitting in Erica's seat, working hard on something, and she comes over and she goes,
working hard.
You're in my seat. I go, it was our first meeting. I'm so sorry, it'll never happen again. And I ran for the hills.
And now you're in my seat
and
again.
now I'm in your seat again.
In my
Look.
minivan. So what are we doing here? Rick and I are going to chat because, we sort of passed each other in the night in a way because you really came to life on MuchMusic when I had already left.
You had a full life on MuchMusic.
Yes, I did, and so did you. But we've never talked about it, and certainly not publicly.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun for us to chat a little bit about Rick Campanelli, the temp, the temp days, and then how you transitioned to your show, which is like E.T. Canada is huge, and you're a daddy.
I'm a daddy now.
What I would term as a delicious daddy. And then now you're doing radio. So
I'm doing that too.
And listen, we only have a few minutes to talk because Cheryl Hickey is sick today.
She's sick today.
So we need to go back
I'm
on
changing
set.
to our other studio today. See, I wish we had a studio like this. We would roam around the city.
Isn't it cool?
Grab lunch. But yeah, those temp days, those were some fun days. I like you, I lived, was passionate about music, still am, and watched you and your colleagues, Master T and Steve and Michael and all the rest of the gang, religiously every day after school. So I wanted to be there. I wanted to get there somehow. And then in 1993, there's a contest called the Temp contest, which I lost. I didn't win. But in '94, I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna take this seriously, I gotta really pull up my socks and work on a very creative entry. And I did. I worked on it for 2 weeks, and was it you that came back to the floor one afternoon?
I don't remember.
Or
it wasn't a big deal for me.
You.
It was a big deal for you.
It was a
Do you know what I mean?
huge
For
deal
me,
for me.
it was like business as usual,
yeah, it was,
right?
Yeah, you're just giving away another contest prize on MuchMusic.
Yeah.
But for me, it changed my life.
Right, of course.
It changed my life. Like overnight, because I was going to be a teacher, like my older siblings. I was going to teach kids how to kick a soccer ball, shoot a basketball through a hoop. I'm a phys ed grad, and I was just graduating university at the same time. So I win this contest. My life has changed. I'm introduced to this magical world, and it was a magical world back then.
It was pretty crazy.
You paved the way for us, and unfortunately now, I don't know what's going on over there. But
no,
it was a magical time.
But as a parent now and as an adult looking back, do you think that our kids will have opportunities like this if they are as persistent as you were and as creative?
Well, I do believe that anything's attainable in life if your heart is in the right place, and if you're passionate about something, you're gonna get there, and you're gonna achieve those goals like I did all those years ago. I think it may be a lot more competitive these days, especially for stuff that we do on air.
Oh, yeah, because everybody can do this,
everybody
right?
can do this, right?
Before, at Much, there were only like 16 people in Canada, tops, who had the opportunity to have their opinions heard. And now it's a very different world.
It's so different. Everyone and their dog wants to do this, which makes sense.
And my bird.
And your bird as well wants to do it. Your bird can talk? There you go. See, any bird can do it, really.
But
that's what I say. Any monkey
not
can
every
do it.
Not every bird, not every guy can be a good dad. And you transitioned from being in the public eye to having a very profound shift in your life when you became a parent.
Being a parent, being in a family, that's my priority, of course. I came from a very tight-knit family growing up in Hamilton. Great parents.
You're a nice guy. Well, like that's what people say, so what's Rick really like? People always say, he's a really nice guy.
Is there any other way to be in life? Well, life's too short.
Hello.
We're only here for a little while, and why be the other way? Why be negative? Why be mean? Why be that way? It's a precious time here for us, and I lost my mom last August.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
it was a tough time, and my mom, you know, she was a stay-at-home mom. She raised us 4 kids, and she did an amazing job with us. She was there for us. My dad was out making the money for the family. So it was my mom and 4 kids, and 4 kids that are 2 years apart. Like, she had the toughest,
You've only got 3.
job.
You're a slacker.
Yeah. Maybe one more on the way. Stay tuned for that.
Wait, isn't your baby like 4 months old?
Yes.
Have you spoken to your wife Angie about this? Does she
We've
know
talked.
that you're?
Well, we're going for the little girl.
You're
We
going
have
for
3 boys, right? So we're trying for. We'll see what happens.
You took parental leave.
I did. I took 4 months off because I thought, you know, this is the best time to do it. I'm 46. I'm not going to get a chance to spend this quality time with another child, you know, another baby. If we have a baby, I'll try again for sure. But I just thought, you know, when I had my first 2 boys, I took a week or 2 off. And that's nothing. Like, I missed so much of their early stages in their lives, and there's so much going on. You may not think so, but in those 4.5 months, there were so many changes, and our little guy Harrison developed so fast.
Yeah.
You know, from flipping over onto his tummy from his back.
Woohoo!
And all
It's
that
the big
stuff.
ones.
It's amazing, and he's holding his head up and looking all around, and he's laughing and he's smiling, and I didn't want to miss those moments.
You have an 11-year-old son and a 4-month-old son. So in that 10 years, that decade, I feel, especially having run YMC for so long, that fatherhood has really shifted.
Yeah.
The role of a dad. Do you feel that in your circles and also in your personal life, but also when you look in the world of parenting?
See it. I think dads want to be more involved these days. Back when our fathers and our grandfathers were given the opportunity, well, no, it was a foreign land to them. It was the moms and the grandmoms doing all the work, and it's hard work. I wanted to be there for my wife and for my kids, just to help out, and also just to experience what was happening in their lives. There are 4 guys at work right now that are on parental leave.
Huh.
Yeah, 4 guys.
But is it not confusing for men today? Men who are, like yourself, expected to be the main breadwinner, but at the same time, you want to be home supporting your wife and being there for your kids. I'm guessing that it's a confusing time for men.
Yeah, but you know what? It's very important, well, for me anyway, to be there for my family, to be there for my kids. I don't know how other guys and women feel about it. Of course the women, for sure, because they're giving birth, and they have a different bond, right, with their
they're
kids.
Awesome.
They're
basically
awesome. Yeah, they're awesome, right? So, but for the guys, and personally, I just wanted to be there, to be part of it all. And I didn't want to miss out on these moments anymore. Like having my first 2 kids, like I said, I wasn't there for long. I took a week or 2 off, but then I was right back to work. And these are long hours that we put in here, in TV and now radio. And I'm working like 13-hour days, and it's like I just started last week, and I miss my kids so much, and my wife, of course. I was there every minute of every day with them for the last 4 months, but now I'm back to work, and it's like working all these crazy shifts. And
and we didn't even talk about the fact that now Rick, who is busy, is now busier, because now you're going to do a morning show on the radio. What time do you have to get up?
I got up at 4 a.m. this morning, and I've been getting up 4 a.m. for the past 2 weeks.
So this is a new thing for you.
This is very new, very fresh and new. It was an opportunity I couldn't say no to.
Yes, you could have said no. You could have said no.
I could have, but it was a radio station that I grew up listening to.
CFNY.
That's right.
In
yeah,
Toronto.
102.1.
And
it's they're my heroes, and the music that they've played throughout all these years are what inspired me to love music even more. So to be given the opportunity, I couldn't say no, or else I was going to regret it. So yeah, I talked to my wife about it. We've had long chats about it, and she is so supportive. I'm so supportive of what she wants to do in life. And
you are getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you have your 3 boys, and you could have said no.
I could have said no. But I wasn't going to say no, because I would have regretted it. I would have. So this morning, I got out of bed, and we co-sleep right now with Harrison. We're co-sleeping. It's such a beautiful thing. And I got up. I kept getting up like half hour. Every half hour I was getting up, just because I didn't want my alarm to go off, because my wife's sleeping peacefully, my son's sleeping peacefully, so I keep checking my phone. Yep, it's 3:30, 3:45. Okay, I'm gonna get up. So I just slid out of bed.
And you have a 13-hour day.
Yeah.
But I think parenting, when you become parent, you get used to living on less sleep. Doesn't mean it's good for you,
You
but
do.
you learn how to function
You
on
really
it, right?
do. You really know how to make those hours really work for your body. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone just left a message on my iPhone while we were talking, so I just
yeah.
wanted to make sure that
Now,
we
do you
were
want
still
to? It's giving
recording.
you the option to listen if you want. Do you
No,
want
I'm
to
not
listen
gonna.
to the,
No,
you're
I'd
not?
rather listen to you right now because I have 2 more minutes with you because you have to go back on set.
I'm the only one here today. Well, come on, guys. It's like morning radio, ET Canada. Everyone calls in sick. What? See, even if you can't say, you gotta do your thing, right?
So what's on your bucket list? What have you not done yet, Rick? That that is burning at you.
There is a whole lot.
Yeah?
We love to travel. My wife and I and our
She
boys.
runs a travel website, doesn't she?
She does, and she's great because
She's a blogger mom.
She's a blogger mom. She's a blogger mom, and she gives
So
give
them
tips
a
and
pitch.
advice.
What's it
and
called?
it's a family travel guide. And like I said, we love to travel. And now that we have family, young boys, and 11-year-old boy as well from a previous marriage, we travel and we just give tips on how parents can do it a lot easier, because there's always questions that you have when you're a parent, like, should I bring this? Am I going to need this thing? Or will the hotel provide it?
When will you have time to travel when you're doing like ET and the radio?
Weekends. There's weekends. There's always weekends. Overnights on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, she actually left for the Ottawa area this morning with my kids and my mother-in-law because her grandparents are there.
Well, that's the secret. When you're traveling with kids, bring your mom or your in-laws of some
We did
sort.
a lot of traveling while I was on my 4-month leave, and we always brought my mother-in-law with us. And it was perfect. Built-in nanny, and she loves it too. She gets a trip out of it. But I still wanna explore many different countries out there and different cultures. And I know you've been doing a lot of traveling throughout the years, and it's an amazing way just to learn and to see what's going on out there rather than just staying in our own backyard,
Last question.
Yeah.
People who are watching, probably moms, this is your chance to talk to them. This is
Okay.
Rick. Meet all the
Hi,
YMC
everybody.
moms. Anything
moms.
that you want to say to these awesome women who are...
I bow down, and you guys are amazing. Like, I'm working with my colleague right now, Mel, on the radio station. She's pregnant, and she's coming in. She's getting up at 4 a.m. too. She's doing her thing, and I know most moms out there were working up right until the very end, until they gave birth. And God, we can't, as guys, we can't even imagine what that's like. So I love you all, and
Isn't he nice?
No, seriously, like guys will never be able to experience what you guys go through. We're just there to reap the rewards once the child is born and to do the best we can. But you guys, hats off to you all.
You got that right, huh?
Thanks to you all.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Let's go back to work.
I have to. Someone's calling now.
I know.
she's standing
Rick,
right here.
come back to work.
Get back in the studio. We need you. Okay.
Thanks
Erica,
again.
That was wonderful.
Okay.
No, thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks for being on my
Was
minivan.
it okay? Yeah.
It's always okay with
good.
me.